Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. I had the fan on yesterday during the other video and that screwed it up, so I'm sorry. But welcome back to another video today. I'm in a rush right now. I'm going out of town like in an hour or less, so I need to record all these videos now. So I'm going to do this a little bit quickly than usual, so hopefully that's alright. I'm going to go over all the matches and segments at Clash of the Castle and rank them and then give my whole thoughts on the PLE at the end of the video. So it started off with well, if you're new here and you like WWE, I do reviews twice a week, SmackDown and Raw, obviously. Sometimes PLEs and sometimes NXT stuff as well. So, yeah. So it started off with the Undisputed WWE Championship. I Quit match between AJ Styles versus Cody Rhodes. Really good match. The second time around was not better than the first encounter, but it was still a really good match in my opinion. A very brutal, kind of a spot fest too, like at times, like a good amount of spots as well. Not botches, spots. Really good match though. The ending was a little bit anticlimactic, but it was still pretty good. I'm going to give that one a 4.2 out of 5. That was pretty cool. Next up was the Women's Tag Team Championship between the Unholy Union, Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark versus and then Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair. This was a very interesting match. I enjoyed it a lot. A lot of people didn't because it was a botch fest, and I agree, it definitely was. But the atmosphere, the whole energy, it just made it seem really, really fun. And on stream, I was just enjoying it, having the time of my life on stream. And yeah, it was a really cool ending. Jade botched horribly, but the ropes, oh my gosh, the ropes were, yeah, but yeah, the Unholy Union are the new women's tag team the new tag team champions. I did not expect that, first of all. But I guess this is part of the build to Bianca versus Jade somewhere down the line at SummerSlam. I was thinking WrestleMania, but I guess not. But okay, so I'm gonna give that a 3.6 out of 5. Pretty good match, or just a botch fest as well. But yeah. And then the third match was the Intercontinental Championship between Chad Gable versus Sami Zayn. A freaking wild match. Can we talk about it? Wow. A lot of, like, it's just their same stuff they always use, but it's just great matches every single time. Chad and Sami, like, what, this is the fourth time already? And we already knew this was going to be a good match, so not going to really touch onto it. Plus, the Otis storyline, it kind of progressed, but it kind of didn't, because I was expecting Otis to turn on Chad here. I mean, it makes sense why they saved it for Raw, because Raw was going to have all the crazy stuff happening. Like, all of it. So, it made a little bit of sense, but at the same time, it kind of didn't as well. Sami retained. Chad got sent into Maxine's knee by accident. Maxine literally, like, they made her tear her ACL out, but okay. Then Otis walked away from him. A haluva kick. Sami gets the win. I'm going to give that a 4.1 out of 5. Pretty good, pretty good. And then the penultimate match was the fourth one, the WWE Women's Championship between Piper Niven versus Bayley. This was a good match, but like, at the same time, I was really turned off by it as well. The crowd this is the lowest the crowd was all night. The crowd popped a little bit for Piper, but then like, it was just nothing. Like, this was a very forgettable match for me. It was still good, but it was very forgettable. It was alright at the end of it. It was okay. Chelsea Green was the only thing that saved the match for me, but at the end, it was just this. I'm going to give that a 3.2 out of 5. That was okay. And the main event. Oh my gosh. Main event. World Heavyweight Championship. Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, and Drew McIntyre's hometown. I don't know if it's hometown. He's like literally from that area, like around Glasgow. Oh boy, that was just hard hitting. It wasn't as good as I thought it would be, but it was hard hitting. It wasn't the 5-star banger that everyone's saying it was. It was just hard-hitting craziness between these two. Damian Priest had that spot where he was supposed to jump over the top rope. I don't know what happened, but like he lost his footing. His ankle got wrapped around the ropes. I'm so surprised it didn't snap the ankle. And also, as I looked at the replay, that his head nearly went on the apron. That's what I was focused about. On stream, I was like freaking out because like, did he hit his head? Is he okay? Like, even Drew, I'm like, I saw Drew get up, I'm like, this is serious, isn't it? But I'm really glad that Damian was able to walk away with no injuries. Yeah, sure, of course it was gonna hurt for the remainder of the match, but like, no serious injuries. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, so much shenanigans at the end of it as well. The ref getting knocked out. First of all, Damian kicked out of a Claymore. I don't think I've ever seen that before, which was awesome. Yet another Claymore, crowd counting to 10. Here comes the other ref. 1, 2, it's CM Punk. Like, dude, that was just masterful the way they went about that whole ending there. That was just masterful. Even if the Glasgow crowd didn't like it, it was masterful. I got pissed too, but at the same time, it's fine. It's fine. Because I was on Drew's side. I got pissed too, but hey, you're supposed to feel this ways. But you're not supposed to overreact to it. Like, I've seen people on Twitter, like, literally just make the worst comments and do the worst things over a little loss. I got mad, but yeah, I got over it because it's freaking scripted, idiots. But at the same time, yeah, I'm gonna give that one a 3.7 out of 5. Damian Priest retained. I'm like I was just screaming the entire time. If I had to rank these segments, the Undisputed WWE Championship goes number 1. The Intercontinental Championship goes number 2. The World Heavyweight Championship goes number 3. The Women's Tag Team Championship goes number 4. And the worst match of the night was the WWE Women's Championship. So every match was a title match. So that's cool. This was a really good PLE. Not as good as Backlash because I feel like Backlash had a lot more energy and a lot more craziness. And a lot more better matches, in my opinion. The Scotland crowd, it was there, but like, yeah, it was just there. It just was slightly of a decrease behind the Backlash crowd. It was better than King of the Ring, in my opinion, as well. I'm gonna give this a 4.3 out of 5. This was pretty cool. This was a pretty good pay-per-view. I loved it. I loved it a lot. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this video, though. Thank you all for watching. Have a good day and goodbye.